So, hello friends. We often see Muslims say that let's live in peace. We want peace. So, why do they say so? And what is the meaning of when they say that let's live in peace? They say so because they will cry out for peace when they will be in minority, but when they will be in majority, the true and real color of Islam will come out. What does the Quran say? Does Quran and what Muslims say when they are in minority matches? Let's see. If we go to chapter 9 of the Quran and 29 verse, we see the verse says, "Fight against those who believe not in Allah, nor in the last day, nor forbid that which has been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger Muhammad, and those who acknowledge not the religion of truth, that is Islam, among the people of the scripture, Jews and Christians, until they pay jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued." When Islam is clearly saying to fight with Jews and Christians until they accept Islam, how can they say so that we want peace? Islam does not say that. Islam says to fight us, Ahle Kitab, Yahud and Nasara. So we have, when they are in majority, we have some options. Either we have to fight with them, or we have to accept the so-called religion of truth, that is Islam, or we have to pay them jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued. So these are the options we have when they are in majority. If we go to the commentaries of these verses, Surah 929, Ibn Kathir. So from Quranic.com, if we see here, fight against those who believe not in Allah, nor in the last day, nor forbid that which has been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, and those who acknowledge not the religion of truth among the people of the scripture, until they pay the jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued. Therefore, when people of the scripture disbelieved in Muhammad, they had no beneficial faith in any messenger or what the messengers brought. Rather, they followed their religions because this conformed with their ideas, lust, and ways of their forefathers. Not because they are Allah's law and religion. Had they been true believers in their religion, that faith would have directed them to believe in Muhammad. Although our scripture does not say anything about Muhammad, but here what the Ibn Kathir is saying. Because all the prophets gave the good news of Muhammad's advent. So they are claiming that Muhammad is in the Bible and commanded them to obey and follow him. Yet when he was sent, they disbelieved in him. Even though he is the mightiest of all messengers, therefore they do not follow the religion of earlier prophets. So they so-called claim that earlier prophets were Muslims, although all the earlier prophets are disagreeing with their mightiest prophet Muhammad, because these religions came from Allah. But because these suit their desires and lust, therefore they claimed faith in earlier prophet. Will not benefit them because they disbelieved in the Master, the mightiest, the last, and the most perfect of all prophets. Hence Allah's statement, fight against those who believe not in Allah. So if we are not believing, just because we are not believing in their mightiest and their last and most so-called most perfect of all prophets, so we have some options. We have to fight with them, or we have to give them jizya, or we have to accept Islam. So this is the real color of Islam. They want peace when they are in minority, but when they are in majority, this rule will be applied for us, Ahl al Kitab and Yahud and Nasara. So if we go forward, we see that do not initiate the salam to the Jews and Christians. See, see how we are disrespected according to Islam or according to Quran. They don't have to initiate salam first to us, Yahud and Nasara. And what does it say ahead? And if you meet any of them in the road, force them to its narrowest alley. Wow, amazing. So this is why the leader of faithful, Umar bin al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, demanded his well-known conditions be met by Christians. So these conditions should be met by Christians when they are in majority. See the reality of Islam. And what are these conditions? These conditions that ensure their continued humiliation. We have to be in humiliation continuously. Degradation and disgrace. The scholars of Hadith narrated from Abdul Rahman bin Gan al-Ash'ari that he said, I recorded for Umar bin al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, the terms of the treaty of peace he conducted with the Christians of Asham. So this is a treaty of peace. This is a so-called treaty of peace where we have to be humiliated. And what is the conditions of the treaty? In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. This is a document to the servant of Allah, Umar, the leader of the faithful, from the Christians of such and such city. When you Muslims came to us, we requested safety for ourselves, children, property, and followers of our religion. We made a condition on ourselves that we will neither erect in our areas a monastery, church, or a sanctuary for a monk, nor restore any place of worship that needs restoration, nor use any of them for purpose of enmity against Muslims. So this is the treaty of peace where we have to follow these conditions. We Christians have to follow these conditions that in this case, we cannot erect a monastery, we cannot restore our churches, we cannot repair them. This is a condition we have to meet when they are actually sending the peace treaty. So this is a so-called peace treaty. And if we read ahead, we will not prevent any Muslim from resting in our churches. They can come anytime and they can rest in our churches. Church is a rest place now for the Muslims. Whether they come by day or night, we will open the doors of our houses of worship for the welfare and passerby. So we have to open our churches for every Muslim, whether they are coming on night or day. Every time we have to be ready and we have to wait. Oh, that Muslim is coming. So just let's, open the church gate so that he may rest here. We cannot erect a monastery. We cannot repair a monastery. We should welcome Muslims to us. So these type of humiliations actually mentioned in this treaty. Those Muslims who come as guests will enjoy boarding and food for 3 days. We will not allow a spy against Muslim into our churches and homes or hide wicked or betrayal against Muslims. We will not teach our children the Quran, publicize practice of shirk, invite anyone to shirk or prevent any of our fellow from embracing Islam. So we cannot stop our fellow members if they are going to embrace Islam. Although if anyone will leave Islam, that should be killed according to some scriptures, according to some hadith. So but we cannot stop Christians to embracing Islam. If they choose to do so, we will respect Muslims, move from the places we sit in. They choose to sit in them. Wow. We will not imitate their clothing, caps, turbans, sandals, hairstyles, speech, nicknames, title names, or ride or saddles, hang swords on the shoulders, collect weapons of any kind or carry these weapons. We will not encrypt our churches and demonstrating them and our books in public in Muslim fairways and markets. Wow. And they are openly preaching, they are openly, preaching in different Christian countries, and no one is stopping them. But when they will read, when they will be in majority, we have to follow this. We cannot demonstrate our churches, our books in public in Muslim fairways and markets. We will not sound the bells in our churches. Wow, amazing. And they are using loudspeakers everywhere in every non-Muslim country and calling for azan. But we cannot sound the bells in the churches except discreetly or raise our voices while reciting our holy books. We cannot even raise our voices while reciting the holy books inside our churches in the presence of Muslims. Nor raise our voices with prayer at our funerals or light torches in funeral processions in favors of Muslims or their market. So we will not bury our dead next to Muslim dead. See the difference they are creating between Muslims and Christians, and they're saying that we want peace. Or by servants were captured by Muslims. We will be guides for Muslims and refrain from breaching their privacy in their homes. When I gave this document to Umar, he added to it, we will not beat any Muslim. These are the conditions that we set against ourselves and followers of our religion in return for safety and protection. So we have to, if we want to live in peace in Muslim majority country, we have to accept these conditions in return for safety and protection from Muslims. If we break any of these promises that we set for your benefit against ourselves, then our dimna promise of protection is broken. And you are allowed to do with us what you are allowed of people of defense and rebellion. So if we will not obey these conditions, they are allowed to do whatever they want to do. So this is a real peace of Islam. They are in peace everywhere in West because they are in minority. When they will be in majority, this true color, this real color of Islam will come out. So, dear brothers and sisters, we have to be very careful and we have to aware West. God bless you.